on the vault for the Australian. And chalking up in the background there is Canada's Stella Umeh. In an unfamiliar position, really, at these Commonwealth Games. Stella is in second position at the outset of this third rotation. In first place is Sonia Lawrence of Wales, but only slightly over Stella. And Stella still has two good apparatus to come.
This being one of them. It's so close, as you said, Scott, and of course she needs to stand up on both vaults. Beautifully executed. Fantastic.
Roar of the crowd indicates their approval. Coach Alex Bard is happy.
Doesn't she make this look so easy? Yurchenko in a laid out position, full twist. Boy, gets so much height. She's so clean in the air. This vault is out of a 9.8. Perfect timing on and off the horse, and I guess if there's going to be an improvement, she can try to stick that landing.
And what you have to like about Stella is there's no question about her dismount. She nails it. She just pounds it into the mat. And really looks like she's ready to compete here today. Faced with coming from behind, unexpectedly, as we said, to Sonia Lawrence of Wales. She'll await that first score, and then she'll be off on her second vault. Critical vault here for Stella. It has to count. The average of the two, oh so very important.
There you see the 9.8. That is not the vault score. That's the value of this vault. She'll be doing the same second vault.
There's the score, 9.625. Very impressive result. What she'd like to do now is put two back-to-back.
And Scott, really room for improvement. If she nails the vault, they can give her as high as 9.7, 9.75. I've seen it done before.
Gets the green light at the end of the runway. Time to take off.
Lovely. You can bet Alex said, Stella, stick it. She did.
No little steps that time. Stella just drove it right into the mat.
I'll be surprised if they don't give this a 9.7. That's as good as it gets. Look at perfect position in the air. Doesn't even move. Doesn't budge on that landing. Perfect.
What a change in her demeanor. Last year we saw her, she was laughing, joking. Right now, very focused on this Commonwealth Games championship. 9.725, Elfie, you called it, for an average of 9.675. Outstanding result for Stella Umeh on the vault. Now we'll move to the uneven bars. And the Australian competitor, this is Salli Wills, 14 years old, a last-minute replacement for Joanna Hughes.
Last-minute replacement, that's tough to do. They just announced the replacement in the warm-up. That really can play games on your mind, but they're well prepared. She can do all her routine. She just competed the other day in the team competition, and that's something we need to mention is the women just competed yesterday. That's tough on the body, a lot of pressure in that team competition, and then to have to go through it all over again today. Beautiful Tkachev, lots of height over that high bar. She looks pretty up there. Long lines, nice handstand work, stretching every move right to the top. Key dismount, however, double front.
And she holds on to it. Salli was in fourth position at the halfway point after two rotations. And this will be important to her medal hopes.
Really pretty bar worker. Of course, all the Australians are. Double front summy, blind landing. You don't know where you are until the feet touch the ground. Perfect timing.
Young Salli Wills of Australia. And now to the vault. Lisa Symes of Canada on her first vault, a 9.5.
This is one of her best events. Very powerful. Wow. Out of the sky. That's a beautiful looking vault. It's out of a 9.8, and as the first vault, 9.5. Typically, if you do well on the second, the scores should go up. That was nice. Very tight in her tucked position, but look at the height she gets off the horse. There's her front handspring approach. cranks a half twist, a very solid landing.
Lisa had a little bit of trouble with her floor exercise, but has come back with 2 strong vaults here and is putting herself right back in the thick of things in the all-around competition. Lisa Symes of Regina, Saskatchewan. On the uneven bars now, Sonia Lawrence of Wales, the leader after 2 rotations.
Nice start, Scott. Big release skill, a ginger. Only one, I have to point out, the top bar workers will be performing 2. Just her dismount, double pike. Had trouble in the warm-up, but boy, she's hot. This kid is on a roll. Nice looking routine. Not quite sure it had all the difficulty that she'll need for a top score, but ends things off very strongly with the double pike. Incidentally, she had trouble with that in the warm-up. That just shows you how well trained this kid is, how focused she is.
There's the result for Lisa Symes on the vault. 9.525 the average, a great score. Currently in 5th position. And for Sonia Lawrence, a 9.1, which pushes her way back in the standings. Stella Umeh has the lead. Rebecca Stoyle and Salli Wills of Australia follow. Still, it is very close with 1 rotation left. Back to Memorial Arena, the crowd partisan, and they are on the side of Stella Umeh. 1 rotation left in this women's all-around competition. Scott Russell along with Alfie Schlegel. And Alfie on the line is Commonwealth Games gold for Stella Umeh. She has the lead, but only slightly over Rebecca Stoyle of Australia. As a matter of fact, it's .338, and Stoyle is a master of the bars.
Look at those eyes. Last sigh of, here goes, the last time up. Huge support for Stella here. This is a good event for her. 2 release skills. First one coming up right here. 2 giant fulls into her Tkachev.
First one complete.
One of the events that has hugely improved for Stella. You can see Alex Bard will step in behind for her second Tkachev. Right there.
She's got it.
She's solid. Now just her dismount, Scott. Everybody, all eyes are on Stella. Double twist. Wow!
Nailed it.
The dismount.
Drove it right into the mat. And the crowd erupts here at Memorial Arena. Stella Umeh may have just secured Commonwealth Games gold.
It's too early to tell, but that's the best job that she could do in this routine. Fantastic. There's her giant full into her Tkachev. Lots of height. Absolutely beautiful release skill, in which she did 2 in this routine. And then her dismount. She had trouble on this at the National Championships, if you remember. Obviously made huge improvements. Nailed it. Doesn't get any better than that. That's a great performance. What a relief.
Now awaits the result and the performance of Rebecca Stoyle, who is also on the uneven bars.
And just quickly, the start value on that routine should be from a perfect 10, and yes it is. I can see off the corner of my eye, there it goes. Perfect 10, so not giving anything away. The execution was excellent, Scott. I'm not quite sure what they're going to take off for that routine. She did her job.
The difference between Umeh and Stoyle after 3 rotations was .338. So Stella's score is as strong as we think it's going to be. There's the first indication from the crowd. There's the score, 9.725 for a total of 38.4 for Stella Umeh.
Her mother's going crazy. Patsy's in the audience. Well deserved.
She thinks she's the champion, and well, she should. What a performance.